Hey y'all, and welcome to Behind the Veil Matters of the Heart. This is the place where we talk about what's real, what's hidden, and what we often don't say out loud, especially as black women. It took me a while to do this episode and to post it, but it's time. Today's episode is personal, it's real, it's raw, and it's a wake-up call for us all. We're talking about the silent killer, heart disease, and why we as black women need to stop ignoring the signs and start fighting back. Why is this so important? Why does this matter? Let me start with this. Heart disease is the leading cause of death for black women in the United States. Let that sink in. It's not breast cancer, not diabetes, but heart disease. And what makes it even more scarier, many of us never see it coming. We're taught to push through, pray it away, or, just get some rest when you can, sis. But our bodies are screaming, and we are not listening. Listen, it's the perfect storm. Here's what we're up against. Chronic stress from carrying households, businesses, communities, ministries. Healthcare bias, being dismissed, unheard, misdiagnosed. There's also the cultural silence that we deal with, where being strong means never showing weakness. And let's not forget the pressure to be everything to everyone. The superwoman cape that's choking us, that's killing us. This is not just about diet and exercise. This is about survival. Listen, let me share something personal. My truth, my story. I'm not reading stats from the CDC. I'm not talking about something that I heard. Listen, this is my personal survival story. It's my testimony. I'm your host, Fore-Guillory, and today's episode is personal because I almost didn't live to tell it. This is my wake-up call, and I'm sharing it with all of you. Because too many black women are dying from heart disease, and we're dying in silence. So, if you've been ignoring the signs, if you've been pushing through the pain, listen, you might just save your own life by listening to this podcast. I'm going to take you back to 2023. It was just 2 days before Christmas. I'd finished up a long day at work. My husband and my granddaughter were out at Walmart finishing up the last of the shopping. You know how it is, trying to make the holidays magical. Well, on this particular day, I was home alone, sitting still, just breathing. Finally, a moment to rest, I thought. Let me just lay down for a moment. Then out of nowhere, I felt it, like a bear sat on my chest. Listen, not a little discomfort, not heartburn, not indigestion. It was like something that was crushing the life out of me. It didn't make sense though. I wasn't running, I wasn't panicked, but in my spirit, I knew something was wrong. Yeah, you guessed it. I was having a heart attack. And not just any heart attack. It was the one they call the widowmaker. The kind of heart attack that takes people out without warning. The kind most people don't survive. So I FaceTimed my daughter and I told her to try to get a hold of her dad. In the meantime, I called 911 and barely made it to the front of the house. Like, I didn't want them, the paramedics to have to look through the house for me. But my husband made it home before the paramedics got there and got me to the hospital right in the nick of time, y'all. Listen, the doctors immediately rushed me into emergency surgery and applied 3 stents in my heart. I could hear the doctors talking as they were trying to open up my arteries. And I heard them say, "That's a widowmaker. That's a widowmaker." 3 of the 4 arteries that supply our heart with blood and oxygen were almost 90% closed. Thank God. They saved me. Here I am. But the story didn't stop there. After surgery, I was taken to the ICU. I remember my family coming in and my daughter kissing me on the forehead. I felt great, lighter. And then I remember feeling very calm and relaxed. And I was in a room alone, just me. I saw a light, not a blinding light, but a very calming presence. And I said to myself, this is nice, right? Give me some rest. Now, I didn't see any of my loved ones. I didn't see Jesus, but I felt the presence, like a big hug from your grandma that makes everything better. Right? On the other side, it was a whole different scene. It was chaos. A code blue was called. I coded, flatline. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. Let that sink in. I died 3 times. In the midst of this, I heard my husband saying, "Fight, Sharon, you have to fight." Listen, let me give you some context. He and the kids were put out of the room with security guarding the door. They watched panicked as my doctor performed CPR and shocking me with the defibrillator multiple times. Still nothing. I know this because I read the notes from my file and what my family told me. But God said, not yet. I came back. I sat up in the bed and was asking, why are these people in my room? What happened? I remember telling my husband that I could hear him telling me to fight. He looked at me strangely and said, there was no way I could have heard him because, number one, he was outside the room. And number two, he was trying to keep it together for our kids. He said, I never said that out loud. He said, I was thinking it because I was trying to keep it together for the kids. But I'm convinced. I heard what I heard. I saw what I saw. So here I am. Here I am, breathing, speaking, sharing my testimony with you. I'm living proof that miracles still happen. I also understand the assignment and purpose for me still being here. I'm compelled to share my story and to tell my sisters that heart health isn't something to ignore or put off. I shouldn't be here, but I am. I'm still here. And now I carry this message in my bones and literally in my heart. Black women, women in general, we cannot ignore our hearts. We must carry so much. We endure so much. We care for everybody else, yet we suffer in silence. But the truth is, our hearts are literally breaking, and sometimes we don't even know it. This is what you might be ignoring. So let me ask you, have you been feeling tired all the time, but brush it off? Do you have random chest discomfort and think it's just stress or heartburn or indigestion? Are you short of breath going upstairs and think, I just need to lose some weight, I'm out of shape, right? Do you have a persistent cough but no cold symptoms? See, that's the one that they don't tell us about. Those could be warning signs. These signs manifest differently in women than men. And when it comes to us, black women, they're too often ignored or misdiagnosed because we're supposed to be stronger. We're supposed to be able to endure pain. Listen, this isn't to scare you, it's to wake you up. Know the signs. So, what can we do starting today? Number one, get checked out. Schedule that physical, ask for blood work, monitor your blood pressure. Number two, you need to know your numbers, your cholesterol, your A1C, blood pressure. Don't just leave it to chance. Number three, rest like your life depends on it, because it does. Number four, you need to drop the cape. You're not their superwoman, right? You don't have to be everything for everyone. Let someone help you. And number five, you want to talk to other women. Normalize this conversation. Share this episode. Start a circle. We have to be our sisters' keepers. Now listen, we're not invincible. And that doesn't make us weak. That makes us human. So, if you're listening and your chest is tight and your heart is racing, or you've been putting off that doctor visit, please, sis, go. Your life is worth more than just pushing through the pain. This is your reminder. You can't pour from an empty heart. Take care of yours. This is a call to action that I want us all to do. If this episode resonated with you, do me a favor. Share it with 3 black women you love. Send it to your sister, your friend, your mama, right? Your coworker. Let's break the silence around heart disease. Let's talk about it. And if you're a survivor or walking through your own heart health journey, I want to hear from you. Let's create a space where healing has a voice. So here's what I want to leave with you today. If you feel tired, beyond tired, don't ignore it. If something feels off in your body, don't brush it off. If your chest feels heavy or you're short of breath, get help immediately. Advocate for yourself. Even if the ER looks at you sideways, speak up and get those checkups. Know your numbers. Know your risks. Listen, sis, your life matters. You deserve to live, not just survive. Don't let the light go out because you didn't know or because you waited. This is your sign today. This is your wake-up call from someone who saw the light and lived to tell you about it. Be blessed today. And please, please make sure to download my free checklist, 10 signs your heart is under pressure. It's available at the link. This has been Behind the Veil, Matters of the Heart. I'm your host, Sharon Fore-Guillory. Until next time, stay covered, stay whole, and take care of your heart.